Greetings and salutations, viewers. Tis I, Cybertron X, and this is Geek Talk Reviews, and I'm doing something special for the month of October. For every Friday until Halloween, I'm going to review a Halloween-themed movie. Not with a movie based around Halloween, but, with monsters and scary movies and stuff like that. The first one I'm doing is actually a really interesting movie, and it's called Vampire Hunters by Tusi Hawks. I hope I pronounced that first name right. I could be wrong. And it is a unique spin on a vampire movie. Now, the story goes that in this movie that if a soul cannot find peace in the afterlife, the body will go through a chemical change and come back as a zombie. If it bites or scratches someone as a zombie, you can recover. But once a zombie feeds, it becomes a vampire. And once you get scratched or bitten by the vampire, there's no hope for you until they retcon that towards the end of the movie. Okay. But it's about four men, earth, fire, lightning, thunder, I believe. No, earth, wind, thunder, lightning, rain. Yeah, rain, lightning, thunder, wind. That was their names. And their master and seller followers chasing down this zombie. But the problem is the zombie is fed and becomes a vampire. So they're trying to fight it. And shit gets real when the vampire gets away, wipes out their entire party except for the four, I'm going to call them brothers, and they are left. Well, they've been tracking this vampire for months, and they end up in a small town, well, rather large town, during a wedding. Now, during the wedding, you find out that the head of this household is a expert wax maker. Well, makes their more fortune in using wax. So I'm guessing candle making. Now, somebody dies in the family, the head of the household has him preserved in wax. You find that out because the woman who marries into the family, her husband dies that night, and he is turned into a wax statue. Basically, body, wax, dip, preserved. Now, the beginning of this movie is kind of slow start. You do have some really good martial arts fighting at the beginning of the movie, but then towards the end of the movie, when they confront the vampire, a bandit uses a man who is able to create zombies, and he turns the entire household that is preserved in wax into zombies. And then once the vampire feeds upon and becomes stronger, then he also feeds ahead on the bandit and the head of the household and becomes very powerful. So the whole premise is you have the four brothers, they find their master again, they go to fight the vampire, and it's an interesting movie nonetheless, full of martial arts, very gory for a vampire movie, especially when you have scenes of people getting ripped apart. The vampire doesn't bite a person on the neck, per se, to drain the blood. He has the ability to suck the blood out through your pores, well, your mouth, your eyes, your nose, And it looks really interesting. Special effects-wise, it's really good. So, yes. For a interesting vampire movie, I recommend Finding Vampire Hunters. It's an interesting watch. So, yes, for my first Halloween movie, it's going to be Vampire Hunters by Tusi Hawk. Give it a watch and see what you think. Later.